I'm going to the category. I didn't know that somebody too. That's why.
I think it was. I've added some summer.
Okay. So that's kind of part of the summary. Our after just like that. And it's broken down here. But this way, summarize. Sum up.
You good?
Okay, let's get started. We'd like to welcome everyone to South Weber City Council this evening at 6 p.m. on Tuesday, April the 8th, 2025. We're going to begin with the Pledge of Allegiance from Councilman Beals, and then I'll offer a prayer.
Please stand and repeat the Pledge of Allegiance with me.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Our Heavenly Father, as we begin, wish to thank you for this opportunity we have as city leaders to meet and discuss the affairs of our city. We're grateful for the freedoms that we enjoy, for the city in which we live, for our residents that reside here. We're grateful for them all. We pray this and protect our first responders and our emergency individuals that work and put in an effort to keep us safe. Pray that they'll always be with them, protect them as they serve. For those that serve in our military in this great country, bless them and protect them also. We're grateful this evening to be affairs of the city and pray that guide us as we discuss those affairs and we might make the decisions that are proper and right. Our city will benefit to all that reside. Okay, before we begin, we are going to go into a closed session this evening to discuss some litigation. We'll put that between items number 8 and 9. I will begin tonight with a public comments. If you've got some comments that you'd like to make, we'd invite you to come up to the microphone, state your name and city in which you reside. And we'll open it up for public comments. Public comments tonight. Okay, we'll move right along then. We have the approval of our consent agenda, which consists of March 11th, 2025 minutes, March checks, February's budget to actuals. Are there any discussions, changes, or corrections to any of these items? If not, we'll look for a motion to approve them.
Mayor, I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda. Second.
Have a motion in the second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Next item on the agenda, ordinance 2025-05, changing zoning for the Stan Cook property at approximately 6966 South, 725 East, from agricultural to residential moderate. Application by Lane Cap. Any discussion on this ordinance?
I do, but.
Go ahead.
Okay, go right ahead.
Okay, so and is this being directed at staff, or do we have a representative here, or? Okay. My question is, as we kind of discussed before, I see no reason why I see no reason why a rezone would be done up to residential moderate when the plan that we have shows they're only planning on doing 12. We're looking at them only doing 12. As we've talked in email, they only have enough room to quote unquote be putting 12 with the design and the thoughts that they have behind it right now. And yet they're asking for residential moderate, which is quite a bit higher than 12. That'd be 18 homes that would be pushed in there instead of 12. So I'm wondering, and I guess we don't have an answer, so that kind of.
I think Lance does have an answer for that.
Yeah,
And I think it has more to do with the size of the lots and setbacks.
right.
Yeah, so the density allows them in the RM would go up to 18. The challenge with this site and keeping the existing home on the property and the 2 road connections that, I mean, they've got these 6 acres. There's 4 streets that come, 2 come in and 2 are gonna go out in the future. And so just the overall configuration and challenge there, by going to the RM zone, it allows them to have slightly smaller frontages, slightly smaller lots that are required as a minimum in the RM. And so that's the reason they need that zoning to even get to that density.
Well, but I was looking at that, I was looking at our code that was talking about it, and with the, I think it's 25% of them have to be at 80, and then another 25% would have to be 90 foot. And I don't see that on any of theirs. I mean, I'm seeing their whole lot sizes of 110s and everything on here. So I don't see how any of that would change. Yeah, that if we went up to residential moderate, I mean, the plans on here don't show any smaller frontages.
So you're thinking they still meet our LM?
Yeah,
And I don't know that answer.
I don't think they do. The frontage is there.
It'd be frontage and square footage.
And size
Yeah.
setbacks, like on
Yeah.
the sides, probably.
As we've met with them several times on this project, is it showing 100 plus 90? 80?
yeah, because, and that's what I'm saying on here is that even with this,
We've been trying to meet the RM standards has been challenging. I'm not going to do an analysis of this subdivision and see if it would meet RL. That was kind of the next step. Well, that's what.
But the-
I think 80 is a minimum.
I guess the concern that I have is that to me, it appears we are bumping this up to a much higher or to a higher zone than it needs. And the only thing that we have that says that this is going to stay in this is what we've got here, which I appreciate them providing us with, because without it, I wouldn't have even been able to even consider jumping up where all it is next week I can turn around and sell it. And now we've got residential moderate, and is there any other changes that they can do? And it's like I brought up, can townhomes being put on top, or not townhomes, they're not conditional, twin homes or 2-family homes. Yeah, can they be used in it? Can they be stacked in a certain way, rearranged in a certain way that now you've got a much more dense number of units? While they may be the single building, we've now allowed it to go up. And I'm just concerned that that's the case. And I know CAPS quite well. I know that they're about as honest as you can get. They're good people, but I'm just kind of confused why this is. higher than it needs to be. It raises a few red flags. So
Can I speak to that a bit?
where are you?
I'm Gary Eisen, so I'm the owner of the first three lots.
It's
on
part of
left-hand
he's
side
one of the
lot.
family.
Oh, perfect.
Would you mind-
Please, yeah,
Please
yeah, come on
step
up.
to the microphone
Please.
and State your name.
So, yeah, I'm Gary Eisert. I live in South Weaver Drive on that house just to the left there. So I
Which one,
own
lot?
that acre.
Lot 4.
Oh, okay. I see it. Thank you.
Lot 1, 2, and 3 are also on my acre.
Uh-huh.
That's gonna be my 3 kids. I'm not planning on having any more, so I can guarantee those will not split. Yes. But that has always been my dream, is to
Uh-huh.
have my kids live next to me.
Yeah.
So for those 3 lots, never gonna change. And the rest of it is my father-in-law's property. And that is what he wants, is just that many lots and that many houses. He doesn't want anything with duplexes. He doesn't want anything with any of the rest of it.
So, and maybe Joe, as I listened to planning commission and their
Yeah.
thoughts, and they had a similar thoughts that you did. And we've done this in the past, and when we've gone away from the zoning on the general plan and gone to something different, which I think this is a very good plan.
Yeah.
I propose that we approve it, but we approve it with the note that it can only have 12 single-family homes, period, or it reverts back to the previous act.
There we go. Perfect.
Are there any rules that would prevent us from setting that condition?
How would you want to affect the condition?
How do I want to affect the condition?
Yeah, do you want to, are you wanting to write that into your zoning ordinance, or have it be a development agreement or something along those lines?
I think the idea is that we would approve the zoning change on the
Condition.
condition that that there is no more than 12 single-family homes.
So, and here's the prefaces, and I know Lance hasn't been here this whole time. And even though I know the Cooks, and I know Gary, and I know Lane, I know all of them, and I trust them. But whenever we've gone to a higher density and not put a stipulation on that, we have been burnt in the past. And I'm not saying that's gonna happen here. I don't think that's what's gonna happen here. I know the intent. But it's not I mean, this is something the city has to cover their rear ends for and not think about that portion of it. And so I think the city needs to do that, or can this all be sold to someone else tomorrow? Absolutely, if we don't put a stipulation on that.
Understood, and I agree that if they rezone it, regardless of what their intent is, the property will enjoy that right,
Exactly,
not the individual.
exactly.
Who owns the property. So if it were to change hands at any point in time in the future, they would enjoy the right of whatever that full zoning is if they apply for it. Now, in terms of how do you fix the number of homes that are built, you have to do it with something that's durable and will run with the land. So that's either a covenant, a development agreement, or that you have some kind of conditional zoning approval that would require construction within a period of time. And then if that construction if permits aren't pulled within that period of time, then it would revert back to what the previous zoning is. The last one that I mentioned is the least durable, but probably the easiest to implement. It doesn't give you a protection, say 50 years down the road when these houses reach the end of their useful life and may be raised and rebuilt or added on